In the last century, the town of Montauban in the south of France, a series of unknown disappearances occurred. The task force immediately arrived here to conduct an investigation. In a surprise attack on a house in a small town, investigators found the plague doctor there. There are also several experimental subjects it is studying. The experimental body immediately attacked the task force. The contingent was forced to counterattack. The plague doctor was very calm during this period. It watched the whole battle and recorded it in its diary. After the experimental body was destroyed, the plague doctor did not resist. It just said to the organizers present, "The plague must be eradicated." The plague doctor is a human body, about 1.9 meters high. The robe and the bird's beak mask are the most prominent features of its appearance. Through X-ray imaging display, these clothes and masks, it seems to have grown out of the plague doctor. The plague doctor is proficient in various languages, but its favorite languages are English and medieval French. Generally speaking, the plague doctor is very gentle, but once it thinks the human in front of it, infected with the so-called plague, then it will be extremely aggressive. Any life once and pestilence doctor, physical contact occurs. Then all the biological characteristics of the life will stop immediately. After the killing, plague doctors often show remorse or frustration. It can talk to itself. The plague has not been eradicated. I must save them. After that, the plague doctor will use the small black bag he carries with him. It will use the tools inside to save these people. But often, this leads to the generation of experimental subjects. Scientists have dissected it several times. Those who were killed by the plague doctor. But they found these people are very healthy. They were not infected with any disease. The organization sent Dr. Ham to interview the plague doctor. The following is a partial recording of the plague doctor. The world is in a plague. The vast majority of human beings have succumbed. No one has found a perfect cure. And I, the one closest to the truth. The purpose of my life is to cure the plague. I will end the pandemic. No. I don't know what you mean by pestis. Doctor, your vision is too simple. Expand your horizons. Life and death. Disease and health. These are just terms used by amateur doctors. There is only one disease in the human world. That's plague. There is no doubt that most people are seriously ill. I know my current treatment is not perfect. So I need further experiments now. You will definitely meet my needs for experimental subjects. I think we can cooperate. During the period of being taken in by the organization, the plague doctor spent a lot of time studying and performed operations on various large mammals. The following is the observation record of an experiment. The test object was introduced into the shelter. The plague doctor expressed his gratitude to the organization personnel present. After a few brief medical questions, the plague doctor immediately pinched the test subject's throat. After that, the test object was killed. The plague doctor transformed the body of the test object. In a few minutes, the test object becomes active again. But the behavior has become very crazy. The test object waved the weapons around him and hit the wall violently with his own body. The plague doctor recorded this process and told the organizer about his treatment effect. I admit that the study of this disease is at an early stage. My practice is not bad, and the patient's surgical response is good. I think I need more experimental subjects. For a long time afterwards, the organization interviewed plague doctors many times, despite the cooperation of the plague doctor. But it has always refused to disclose what is the plague in your mouth, and what is the standard of its cure. At present, the top level of the organization is voting. Should more laboratory samples be provided to plague doctors, so as to support its further research?